Americans are drinking more French rosé than ever before, and I know that. With the holidays just around the corner, we wanted to share our favorite rosé champagne with you, Laurent Perrier. Joining us today is Michelle Defeo, president of Laurent Perrier US, to tell us more about this amazing company that has been making champagnes since 1812. Michelle, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Nikki.
Well, this is one of our favorites, but what we really love is this is family owned and women run,
yes,
which is so amazing. So tell me how all of this came to be.
Indeed, we're actually the largest family-run and female-run house in all of Champagne, and it's been that way actually since 1887.
Really?
Our cellar master passed away, and he actually left the house to his widow, and she could have hired someone else to run the company, but she took the reins herself. When she passed away, she left the house to her daughter, who then sold the house to yet another woman in 1939, and that woman's two granddaughters, Alexandra and Stephanie, are now running the house today. So it's wonderful to work for a house that has such deep roots in Champagne, that, you know, all these this authentic family history that's and female history.
And the love is just carried on, and it really is it seems like you guys are really a family. Just the whole feeling of this brand just has a really wonderful family vibe. I love it. Okay, Michelle, let's clear things up. Not all sparkling wine is champagne, correct? If you are called champagne, it's because you are made in the Champagne region of France.
That's exactly correct. And the Champagne region is about 100 miles to the east of Paris. So a very quick 45-minute high-speed train ride, actually. And it's important to know that Champagne is champagne that comes from a certain place. All the grapes have to be grown within that region, kind of like Napa Valley, right? But in Champagne, there's also another level, and that's that if you're going to put the word champagne on your label and you're a French wine, you also need to adhere to a large number of regulations that are designed to maintain a certain quality level. For example, in Champagne, every single grape has to be harvested by hand. No machines allowed.
Really?
So there's that, and just a huge book worth of regulations that we need to adhere to, but we want to do that. So that means that if a consumer buys a bottle of champagne, it says champagne on the label, they know that they're getting something that's of an extremely high quality.
So you know that you're tasting the tradition of being grown lovingly by families in this very specific region.
Exactly right, exactly right. And we've been doing it like that for centuries.
And also I also just learned that that region is a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well. So I've actually never been there, which is, I'm going to change that.
We have to change that.
Really. Tell me about what that region feels like. What's the feeling there?
Well, you know, the history of Reims, which is the main city in Champagne, it's spelled R-E-I-M-S, it goes back to the Gallo-Roman times. So we actually have caves that were dug by the Gallo-Romans in about 100 BC is the first, you know, historical record that we have of the area. And there's still a Gallo-Roman forum right in the middle of town that you can visit. And these caves are important because, as it happens, that's actually now where we age champagne. When you age champagne bottles, the wine, that's actually when it gets its sparkle. So kind of these caves actually were dug out 2,000 years ago.
What makes this beautiful color?
Most champagnes, actually rosé champagnes, mostly get their color from adding some red wine into the blend at some point, but we actually do ours completely differently. We actually use all Pinot Noir grapes from 10 of the best vineyards in Champagne, and we actually let the grape skin stay in contact with the juice until the juice itself turns pink. And then we take that pink juice, it undergoes fermentation, and that actually becomes Laurent Perrier rosé champagne.
Oh, that's fantastic. And how long does that process take?
It takes about 72 hours for the juice to become pink. Then it takes 3 months for it to become still wine, and then that still wine goes into one of those caves that I mentioned earlier for 5 years, and it develops the bubble over that 5-year time span before we actually release it in this bottle.
Really? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to have a taste and see what it tastes like. Where can people find more information?
So for more information, you should go to cuveerose.com, cuveerose.com, and you can find a store locator and also lots more information about rosé champagne and Laurent Perrier.
Oh, santé.
Santé.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
My pleasure. Cheers.
Coming up after the break, I've got a very unique fit to fly.